Hi, thank you for being here today. Today, I want to talk about fears. The things that hold us back from the life that we wanted. I'm just talking about myself personally. So, what I've come up with are a list of the fears that I have. I wanted to write them down on a piece of paper because it just feels like things are more clear once they been written down on a piece of paper than keeping them inside of your head, because it make it harder to be navigating through them, and it could get really tricky with our brain. So I wrote them down, and I've got 5 of them. I'm sure I have more, but this is all I could come up with for now. So the first one is fear of being fear of being judged. And I think I struggled with this my whole life. I do things and try to fit in because I don't want to be judged by the people around me, and even the people that I don't know. And this is the fear that I always have. And the next one is fear of rejection. Yeah, I'm sure if you listen to this, you know I've been talking about this lately. The fear of being rejected by the girls I have a crush on. So I never take the chance to ask her out because I was afraid of being rejected. Anyway, the next one is fear of not being good enough. It's kind of tied down into, being rejected and fear of not being good enough to be with that person, not being good enough to be loved by that person, not good enough to do the things I wanted to do. Started the business, started that podcast, started that investment account, started that job, whatever things, and I never felt good enough. And here's the next one. Fear of the unknown. The fear of the uncertainty of the future. I fear if I let go of the thing that quote unquote safe route, the thing that I could fall back onto if I messed up, that degree that I'm still holding on to that I'm not even using. I'm holding on to it because I was afraid if one day I lose the job that I have and I have nothing left, I still have that. And it's really holding me back from stepping into the unknown, the uncertainty, whether it's good or bad. And the last one is fear of change or taking risk. I feel like all of these fears they all tie down into one. or they all kind of related. But these fear is like taking risks or changing. It's like taking the risk of asking the girls out. Fear of change, of doing something different or out of the comfort zone, out of my comfort zone. Fear of stepping out of my box and trying not to fit in with other people. But then I've listened to this motivation video lately. This lady, she said, but I have the ability to turn each of these fears into a positive affirmation. So like for each of these fears, I can really write them down and look at them, and I can do the opposite of it. Right? Because the things I wanted, they all hide behind the fear that I have. It's like I'm standing right in front of the dark, narrow cave, and who knows what kind of terrible things inside of that cave or behind that cave entrance. And that is my life in a nutshell right there. I was and still am afraid of taking the first step into that cave. And that's how I've been living my life, as long as I could remember. And then I would beat myself up, doubting my ability, for not getting myself to where I want to be. But I am done with settle for less than I can be, than I can do, than I can have. Or build. I am done with getting knocked down and stay down. Yeah. The story I tell myself. Saying that you're not good enough. You shouldn't be facing that fear, because my brain is trying to protect me. It doesn't want me to die, so it keeps me away from the things that I am afraid of. But do these things, but will they kill me? Will I still be alive if I face them? If not, then why do I keep letting them hold me back from taking the first step, taking the leap? And then that lady she say confident is not about having no fear, but confident is having fears, but decide to face it anyway. Decide to move towards it anyway. But I've come to realize once I started doing podcast, after 48 episodes now, and I think I have like 0 views, I think. 0 listener and 0 follower. But it doesn't really matter. I used to think that it'll be cool, it'll be great if I could be famous and do all these things, but not really. This is just for me. It's all about myself. And it's just me talking to myself. And that is okay. I'm okay with that. At the end of the day, we all gonna die. And none of this will matter. But I do want to live a life that is true to myself. And yet I still feel more at peace. These days that I do these podcasts, sitting here talking to myself like a crazy person in the car, with all these people walking by and looking at me like I'm a crazy person. I'm sitting in the park right now and people playing basketball in front of me. But who cares? I'm getting to the point where I'm getting kind of numb to these kind of things, so it's fine. I used to be afraid of these kind of things, of being people look at me like I'm a weirdo or something. But as long as I'm not doing any harm to anyone, I'm not doing anything bad, then why should I care? Stop overthinking, motherfucker. But yeah, I was talking like these days. I feel more at peace with myself compared to the days, the weeks, the months, and the years before this. I really found something that would make me feel alive, even if it's just me talking to myself about my own problem. But this is still progress, and it makes me feel alive. I feel good doing this. I don't have that dread feeling, like feel like I'm killing myself as I was doing coding or typing codes on a computer. I had no interest in it. I did it because it paid well. I did it because it would give me a high status career, so I could find a nice girlfriend, because who wouldn't want to be with someone with high status, make good money and have a good future, right? But anyway, I'd rather doing something that is true to myself. Really. Because I no longer care about the end results, the views, the follower, or making a lot of money. I have a full-time job. So this is just more like a hobby, something I enjoy doing. And maybe one day someone will listen to this, and it could help them get through their life, even if it just help them just a little, even just a little needle in their life. It still bring me joy to know that I helped someone, even just a little. I did make an impact on this earth while I'm still here, while I'm still alive. Because I don't know when will be my last day. So this will one day be my legacy. One day, if I have the chance to look back, laying on my deathbed, I will die in peace, knowing that I stood up and overcome all of the fears that held me back from the life I wanted. I know this sounds cliche, but our belief are what guide us through these fears. And I just need to believe in myself. Believe in myself and stop letting fear get the best of me. Believe that everything that happened to me happened for a reason. They all happening for me. All of them happen for me instead of happen to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's meant to be. Like all these hardship, all of these setback, all of these debt, all of these regrets, and what else? Why is that? Why is that car driving right in front of me, just kind of staring at me? See, now this is what I'm talking about. But I don't care. Anyway, let me wrap this up. It's getting close to the 20-minute mark, so what I was trying on to say is if there is a part of me that has always been there for me during my toughest day, even now, even yesterday, all of these setbacks, all of these negative self-talk, and I'm still here trying to get by. That part of me that pull myself back up from every breakdown, the part that would never let myself give up, the part that will not be defeated. This is the part that need to be in charge all the time. Not the fear part, but this part. Because there will always be that fear part that will always be fearful, right? It will try to tell you, don't do it. Don't take that first step. So just don't let it be in charge. And just gotta believe in yourself and take that first step and take that leap. Thank you for listening, and I hope I'll see you on the next one.